Hold on, let's try something new. Right then, different playmats. Let's begin this deck list though of the Eggman. In case you're wondering what this is Magic's Mastery from the Mystic Archives. Brilliant card, and this is just a playmat for it. But yes, this is Dr. Eggman Commander deck. Let me show what I've got. So let me show you what we are dealing with. This is Dr. Eggman, a recent commander sort of that came out in a secret layer with Sonic stuff. He is a flying 3/6, quite a large chungus on him, and his whole thing is to deal with artifacts, specifically robots, constructs, and vehicles. So, flying. At the end of the step, each opponent will face a village choice. Either they discard a card, or you may put in either a choice of a robot, construct, or a vehicle on the battlefield. And of course, there's going to be quite a few of those in this deck. We've also got some things that maybe make it a choice for the opponent. Let us have more in or discard a card. It's not actually an easy choice for them. So let's begin with Planeswalkers. There are 4. Tezzeret, Agent of Bolus. I have a lot of Tezzeret Planeswalkers. He's probably my favourite character in the Magic universe. Tezzeret, Cruel Captain. So the first one, I got a bit ahead of myself. It drains your opponents, it lets you look for artifacts. This one lets you untap them, which is really what I'm using this for. Not really using it for the second part. The last part, it's alright. But the first part, I like a lot. Now for the best one, in my opinion. Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge. The Rat of the Bridge. Lets you do a massive drain for the +2. Gives you affinity for artifacts and for Planeswalkers, which is really nice. Return artifact from graveyard. Exile top 10, put artifact in. It's insane how good this one is. And Nikki B, Bolas, Dragon God. Why not? Draw a card, cool. Make people exile stuff, cool. Destroy things, even more cool. Win the game, excellent. Now let's go on to our creatures, which are very heavily focused towards artifacts and artifact creatures. Let's get into our creatures, shall we? So, this is our first creature, Torrential Gearhawk. They're all in here with the Gearhawks. This one has flash, and when it enters, we can cast an instant card from our graveyard for free, bloody thing, and we can get this out pretty cheap. Next, we have Scuttling Doom Engine. Now, the reason I put this in here, in my honest opinion, when they made the secret layer, they should have made this also part of the Doom Dr. Eggman, because this looks like his little flying machine. That's why I thought it's an alright archetype as well. Next, we have Hangerback Walker, also known as Mecha Godzilla Battle Fortress. We're not bringing this in with our commander. We're going to be casting it for the X spell, and we're going to make a lot of Fopters from it, make a lot of encounters go on. Fun card, makes a lot of artifact creatures for us. Next, we have from the Doctor Who set, Missy. I love this card, in my opinion, it's a very fun card. So, we make things into Cybermen, and we give a villainous choice where a opponent will take damage for each artifact creature, or they let us just draw a card. We don't do Chaos' Shoes, because no one does that, do they? And now it's time for the Egghammer. Also, an incredible card to bring in with the Eggman himself, because this is a construct, and it will bring in a lot of myth for us. For another really strong, incredible card for this, Cyber Squadron. This gives all our non-legendary artifact creatures Myriad. Insane card. Can't cheat it out with Eggman, but it is so good for any artifact creature we've got. Now we've got a little bit more of an interesting one. Not incredible, but Relentless X ATM 092. It's just a complicated card to block. Quite a few more things to actually block the creature itself. Also, that is a robot, so keep count, keep going. Next we have Iron Spider. Not one we can bring in Vegan, but this gives us counters. We remove the counters. We can draw a card. Honestly, this does everything you want in a card, and I love it a lot. Not a huge amount of cards to enjoy, but this is one of them, in my opinion. Next, we have Cyclonus. Probably pronounced that wrong. Cyclonus? Sure. The Saboteur has 2 sides. This one connives, and if it has 5 or more power, it flips. And on the flip side, this card lets you have another beginning phase. It's flying. I love living metal as a mechanic. It's really good in my opinion. I wish there was more of it, but I think they could generally bring that back, in my opinion. But really good card. Flying, beginning phase, we have a few things that we can work with our beginner players to use. Up next, we have EDE, a Lonesome Eyebot. I'm fairly sure all the robots from the Fallout commander decks. Not 100% sure, I think I do. This one, quest counters, sacrifice it, give you draw amount of cards equal to quest counters. Simple robot, but does a pretty good job of drawing cards for us. Next is a beautiful looking scrap builder. Sacrifice something, bring back a artifact card from our graveyard. Pretty good for us. A Rune Grinder, which is a construct. If it dies, each player can wheel their hands, and we love to wheel. Because drawing cards, everyone loves their Magic, and I would like to do that as much as I can. Drawing cards, that is. Next, we also now have a Metalwork Colossus. This is a construct we can have cheap or cheap in cost with artifacts on the field already. And now we have the next Gearhulk, which is Combustible Gearhulk. Either you draw or you mill and they take damage. It's really good card in my opinion. Next is Golber's beautiful art on this. I am telling you now, this is stunning art in my opinion. Great card as well. Lets us do so many things. Digs for our deck as well. Padim, another card that helps us draw. If we should have the highest artifact mana value on the field, but if not, your opponent gets to draw. But I'm fairly sure we have a good chance in this deck to be the highest cost, in my opinion. Next is Devour Yard. Love this card. This is probably up to the top 3 cards of this deck. So, second art text doesn't matter. Top 1 does though. If an opponent faces a villainous choice, which do have a commander, and a few other cards, they face that choice again. So they could discard, or let you have construct, vehicle, robot twice. Great card. This is really, really good to this deck, and I hope we get more in the future villainous choice, because it was a fun mechanic in the Doctor Who set, in my opinion, so I would like to see more. Now we have a Chisgoria Forge Tyrant. Again, I can't say how much I love this card because I just love it so much. So, Affinity Artifact. Cool, great. Flying Haste. But wait. So, when Chisgoria attacks, this card can come out fairly cheap depending on artifacts. When he attacks, exile top 5, and then those top 5 cards get affinity for artifacts for them. Insane. I've had so much value off this card when I use it, and I'm just really happy when it came out, honestly. And I would love to see more of this sort of thing. And now we have a Kefka, which has 2 sides. First side, enters or attacks, each player discards a card. Then you draw a card for each card among those discarded. So, land, sorcery, instant, creature, that's 4 draws. Love to see it. And on the flip side, don't really flip it too much, but whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. Also, for Chisgoria, I meant to say it was meant to be only for artifacts, only get affinity, but it's cool, and I love it. Next, we have coming up a Doc Ock Evil Inventor. So, even if we don't crew our vehicles, they can become 8/8 creatures, because at the point they're not creatures when they're crewed. Incredible. Better than they actually think, and a surprising card to see, in my opinion. Next, we have a Kappa Cannoneer. This is going to get incredibly dangerous for anyone, and it can't be blocked when it gets counters. I love it. Cyber Drive Awakener. If you play artifact decks, you already know this card. Other creatures get artifact creatures get flying, sorry, and anything that's non-creature artifact becomes a 4/4. It becomes a massive threat. Like I said before, if they're not already crewed these vehicles, they become these creatures at 4/4 and they're flying, and it has flying itself. Next, we have a Steel Overseer. Simple card. Tap. Give things 1 counters, and a Foundry Inspector, another one you see a lot in artifact decks, makes it cost 1 cheaper. Now we have a Deep Shaker Titan. I've been trying this card a lot recently, and it's okay. It's a robot. Each artifact creature control has melee, which is whenever it attacks, it gets 1/1 until your turn for each opponent you've attacked. There's combat, they have trample, they have haste, they make non-artifact things become 3/3 as well. It's okay. Grand Architect, crazy card in my opinion. Makes all blue creatures 1/1. That's not a good point, but it can make things blue. And then those things that are blue creatures can tap for 2 generic mana, which might not seem like it, but 2 generic mana is a Soul Ring, and that is 3 mana, and we love some 3 mana in artifact decks. Things that you tap in for abilities or whatnot, makes it really easy for this card. Next, we have coming up a Tragos? Sure. I'm not doing too well with pronunciations, but you know what? We're trying. This thing's going to come in. It's going to untap a lot. There's a lot of things. 7/7 trample. It's easy. Scrapyard Recombiner. This is a second artifact, and you find any construct, and there's a lot of constructs in this deck. Great card. I don't know how I feel. I didn't know about this deck when I first made this deck. Then I saw this. I was like, that's cool. Let's be finding things that are constructs, and there's a lot of them. Imscare, I need to. How many times do I have to say that I love Affinity Artifacts? I love Affinity Artifact. Anyway, when this enters, you draw X amount of cards, it's depending on artifacts on the field, and you can throw things at people. Noxious Gearhook, the last one here, kills things, get life for it. Rose, Cutthroat Raider, you make drunk, you make red from them. It's a robot. I don't know if this is my favourite. I think the blue one, which I'm about to show you now, is my favourite, which is Curie, Emergent Intelligence. Lets you draw a lot of cards, gives you Curie's ability onto things. I like it a lot, honestly. Next, we have a very simple Ornithopter, whiteboarded, because I like to make people's eyes go blind. And you know what? Here we are, I guess. 0 mana, 0/2 flyer. And Urza himself, Urza Daddy himself. What a card. What a card. Tap artifacts are blue. Cool. Has an insane 5-cost ability. What a card. Anyway, moving on to artifacts now. So, before my voice kills me, let's get on to the artifacts. Most of these are going to be vehicles. Midnight Crusader Shuttle. If you ever watched Doctor Who video episode even, you know this thing. It has a pretty good effect. It makes things, you can steal things, it can be sacked. It's a weird card, but I like it. Thunderhawk Gunship. I am a Warhammer person. I love this card. It might be getting a bit pricey now, but you know what? Make some starties. Cool. Reaver Titan. Just read this card. It's insane. It is an insane card for what it does as a vehicle. Anyway, moving on to a Search Hacker Mech. This deals damage equal amount of vehicles you have to a creature. Not huge. We have a fair amount. Go do a little bit of damage to them, so you have a little bit of kill spell. Rip Claw Wrangler. Makes your opponent discard more cards, so makes their choice when they come to Eggman a bit harder for them, if you get what I mean. So it makes them more likely to give you something free. Now coming up, we have an Insight Engine. Now this card went up quite a bit in price, because people thought it's Assault, well not Assault Wrong, sorry, it's the One Ring. It's not a One Ring, but it can draw you a lot of cards. I have tried it myself. Honestly, I like it a lot. It does a lot for what it does. Next we have what is probably one of the better artifacts I've seen in any deck. Any artifact that needs this. Inspiring Statuary. Improvise is a good mechanic opinion. Commander Sphere. I probably should have a Soul Ring, but I just don't use this for reason. I don't know. 3 mana though, we'll love that. Smelting Vat. Great card in the Brothers War set. Sacrifice an artifact. Your top 8 of your library. Put 2 non-creature artifacts onto the field. Less mana than what is sacked. Love it. Midnight Clock. Tap it. Will yourself. What more to say, you know? Mirrorworks. Whenever a artifact, non-token artifact comes into play, sorry, you pay 2 and you can copy it. This card is what I'd like to say a card for a table, if you know what I mean. Pumpkin Bombs. A hot potato. Basically, discard a card, draw 3, pass it on, deals 1 damage, then it does 2 to the next person who passed on 3, and so on and so on. You know, these are more like cards to the table, if you know what I mean. Bit of fun. And yes, I know it looks crazy. It's meant to. It's a coveted jewel. Draw a card. Cool. 3 mana. Cool. Take damage. Pass it on. Sure. Do not cut the card out though. It is a secret lair. It looks silly. It's meant to. Moving on now though. To some sorceries. Victimize. My beloved. Great card. I love this. This is my favourite reanimate. This is Let's Play a Game. A pet card in this deck because in my opinion, I imagine Dr. Eggman saying let's play a game. Cool effects as well. Now we have a March of Progress, which it has an overload cost, which we're always trying to do, to make everything become a token of a chosen creature. Forging Anchor lets us look at top 5, reveal an artifact put to hand. Saheli's Directive is a new one I've been trying, and it's pretty good, it works well. Has Improvise in it, which I love is the X spell. field cards, put something onto the battlefield. What a great card, I mean. Incredible design for card. One with the machine, draw cards equals the highest converted mana cost among artifacts control, which can be pretty high. Another first choice in Great Intelligence Plan. Draw 3 cards, then use a face choice, either discard free or let you play a free card. Any card we have for free. Now we have a Terestia's Devastation. Good lord, my pronunciation is terrible. Anyway, this is our board wipe. They lose creatures lose life equal to amount of artifacts. It's gonna pretty easily wipe the board for you, and it could be pretty good for you. And we have a Scrap Mastery. So if we have a lot of things that go bad, do not worry about it. Do not worry about it. Get Vandal Blast, do not worry about it. Bring them all back with us. Now we have a Solve the Equation, love extra life stuff, and it's a fetch for an instant or sorcery. And now we have a Fabricate, which, if you didn't know, go find an artifact, it's yours in your hand, see less. On to some instants. First for knowledge, draw cards. Fanatic Offering, draw cards, and make some map tokens. Consult Star Charts. I really enjoyed the card that came out. Fantastic card. You can look pretty deep in your deck. And bit of a weird one, Illusionist Gambit. Bit of a wild one, I'd say. So, let's say someone attacks your lot of creatures. Do not worry, my friend. 4 mana, bam. On top of those creatures, there is an additional combat phase. Oh no, but wait, they can't attack anymore. They have to attack someone else. If they're big creatures, well, shame, huh? That's how the cookie crumbles. Enchantments. Unstoppable plan. Great. We like to untap things if they're vehicle crude. That's the plan of this. Next, we have a Thopter Spy Network. I love this card as well. I pretty much always use in artifact decks. It just makes a load of them. Artificer class. Wizards. Listen, we need to reprint these because they're getting a bit pricey and annoying to find. Anyway, cheaper artifacts. You can look at top view of your deck, find an artifact, and you make a copy of them. What a card. Moving on now to all of our lands, let me show you what we are working with. A Shipwreck Marsh, Crumbling Acropolis, a Treasure Vault, which is an artifact land, which counts for affinity, Haunted Ridge, a Sunken Hollow, a Rakdos Carnarium, a Water Grave, a Sulphur Falls, a Evolving Wilds, lovely art, a Smoldering Marsh, and a command tower also known as Master Emerald Shrine, and all of these lovely base lands. We have some different art. I try to get Edge of Eternities. I just love the art, and Infinities. They're really cool and everything. And that's the land. That's the deck. I'll just go ramble now as I go through what lands I show you. Some more Edge of Eternity lands. These look insane, by the way. Insane. Then we have some. I like old Borderlands as well. I have a fair stack of them. So you see here, and now we have mostly Edge of Eternity islands. But yeah, that has been today's deck. If you made it this far, thank you. If you did, hit a like. It helps the video out. It helps me out. Hit the sub if you want to see more. It's always there for you. But once again, thank you for making it to the end of the video. This has been today's Eggman deck. And until next time, thank you for watching. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.